What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Planet Podcast recap of Peacemaker Episode 7. We only have one more episode to go until the first season is complete. Hopefully they get picked up for a second season. I don't really see why they wouldn't. The show is absolutely hilarious. It's fun to watch. But let's get right into it. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave me some comments as to what you think Peacemaker is going to do after this episode. But let's just start off. And I'm gonna pull it up on my other screen here so I can kind of go play by play on what's actually happening. This one kicks off in a very different tone, right? So last week it ended with Myrn being killed. They killed the butterfly that was inside of Myrn, and they really had a loss as to what to do. We're down to Economos, Peacemaker, Harcourt, Leota, and Vigilante. Those are the ones left. But let's just go down and see what's going to happen here, because we saw him ramp up with the White Dragon, and he wants to kill Peacemaker. Everyone's out to kill everybody at this point. So it starts off with this flashback to when Peacemaker was a kid with his brother, hanging out, having a good time, listening to rock, just being kids. And then, obviously their dad pulls him out and wants to put him in this little backyard fight ring with all his white power buddies. And they get in there and they start fighting, and Chris knocks his brother down, knocks him down. He goes into a seizure and he ends up dying, which no one really seemed to even try to help the kid. So, whatever. His dad blames Chris for killing his brother. Chris is really blaming his dad for putting him in any of this situation at all. We're really starting to see a little bit about the background to Peacemaker, the background to the pain and the emotional damage that he suffered throughout his entire childhood. So that is where it kicks off, with this emotional moment and this background, which is important. It took 7 episodes to get here, but it's okay. I'm not mad. As long as they keep it going with another season, I think they're doing fine on the character development. So he comes out of the bathroom, and he's obviously hell-bent on getting out there and stopping all of these cops from coming after him, because they're all butterflies. And some of these little moments are what's so funny. These are the moments of the show that are great, where he walks in and he's sitting with Vigilante, who's obviously playing a complete jackass most of the time, walks in into the room and he goes, "Where's Judo Master?" And he's like, "Judo Master's supposed to be in here?" And he's like, "Oh, fuck it. Can't worry about this now." Gets his shit and walks out. And John Cena's reaction is perfect. It is absolute gold. So he's walking out with his Peacemaker helmets. His dad over there is all suited up in complete White Dragon form, tracking him because he's got GPS trackers in all the helmets. So he clearly knows where their hideout is, and it's go time. He wants to go get them, which is funny to me that all his goons with him are all just dudes in stupid white sheets. It's absolutely ridiculous. He has this ridiculously overmade suit that's got whatever powers it has. We don't know yet. And then he's got all these rednecks with him. It's absolutely ridiculous. So it cuts back over here. He's kind of packing up his stuff, and Vigilante's like, "The diary's fake?" And he's like, "Of course it's fake. I wouldn't write a diary. If I was going to write anything, it would be a journal." And he's like, "I would read anything that you write." Followed by Economos going, "I thought you said you didn't write a diary." And he's like, "Did you see that thing? It looked like it fell out of my vagina." Hilarious. So it's like, "Do you think I'm the kind of guy who would stay up all night cutting out Jupiters and shit, put on a diary?" And he's like, "Well, at first I wouldn't say so, but after getting to know you," and he's like, "You know what? Fuck it. If I enjoyed doing it, I wouldn't let people judge me. That's just what I would do, and I would just keep enjoying it." So then we move on. We've got Harcourt coming up and confronting Leota about her planting the diary, and Leota's just like, "I am not cut out for this." And then she figures out that she's Amanda Waller's daughter, and that whole scene ensues, which we really start to see Harcourt's character develop into someone who cares about the people she's around. At first she didn't really seem to care, but she's obviously starting to care about Chris and the people that she's working with. It's her little team, especially now that Myrn's gone. It's like, who's running this shit show? And so, she's railing in on Leota for sure, and who deserves it. And Leota doesn't really know what to do. But at the end, she comes out and says that Leota, she's actually good at doing this job. And we get this fun little scene with Judo Master outside of the convenience store, just whipping ass and stealing a car. Who knows what Judo Master's really up to? He's just out there on his own, but he's a fun character. He's funny and he's fun to watch. He's always eating flaming hot Cheetos for some reason. So I hope we get more of him. know what his end game is, but I like it. And we've got the guys there. They're going to find and kick ass in the police force and wipe out these butterflies. And here comes the white dragon. Apparently, his suit can fly, and it's like a super suit. And he comes down and knocks him over, rips the thing open, and we have this ever so kind of short-lived, but yet is an action-packed emotional segment because you know it's his dad, and you had Eagly out there. And let me tell you, Megan was worried about Eagly. He's like, they're going to shoot that eagle. And, he punched Eagly. White Dragon punched Eagly, knocked Eagly down. And at the end of the day, they were able to take out the White Dragon. And, Chris shoots his father with this little pea shooter of a gun and kills him and then breaks down. Because he doesn't want to hurt people. He doesn't want to kill people. He still loves his dad, even though his dad is a giant piece of shit. And I feel like maybe the White Dragon character came and went a little too fast for the show, even though it is very, we'll say, it's not really a big part of the plot for this season. He's just an outlier, but I feel like they could have drugged that out a little longer. But one of the great moments that we had in this where they're able to mix up some of the drama, the action with something funny is they're chasing one of the helmets through the woods, and Peacemaker tied the helmet to a raccoon, and then they show him and his face is all scratched up. He says, fucking raccoons are hardcore, man. And these little moments are what makes this show so damn funny. Just so funny. All of these little moments, and it's filled with them. Cut to Agent Song, killing Myrn, and taking the butterfly out of him, and killing the butterfly there. And then Harcourt realizing like this crazy alien thing was our only friend and our only chance in fighting these things. And I thought maybe they would have gave it a second chance flying to Leota or something, but nah, he's dead. So the butterfly that was inside Myrn is gone, and now they've got to figure it out on their own. Cue Judo Master to come out of nowhere just to fight them for no reason at all. Fun fight scene, but completely ridiculous that he's even pursuing them for any reason. And then you've got this scene where they're out there chasing after Chris, and Vigilante just goes and gets in the damn car and drives off all fucked up. It's just these little moments that make it so freaking great. All right, so Chris takes out his dad. They go to the vet, and then this is one of the funniest moments that I've seen in a while. And he's sitting there with Eagly on the table, and he's talking to him, and he says, I shouldn't have left you with him. I should have found somebody better, like an ugly chick that would do anything for me while I'm in jail. And then when I get out, I'll just break up with her, and maybe I'll sleep with her once just because I'd feel bad. And I wouldn't even care because I've been in jail. It's like, what is going on? He's such a dickhead to people around him, but also he's trying not to be, but he's just blatantly a dick. And we cap off the show with them showing us what the cow really looks like. And obviously we didn't expect it to be an actual cow. It's just the term they use for something that they're going to milk whatever this goo is out of. And it looks like a giant epic disaster. I don't know how they're going to fight that thing when they get there on top of all the other people around. So it's going to be an epic battle next week with them going out there and finding this thing and just a war. And honestly, there's no superheroes in here. These are all just regular people. So I'm really curious to see where it goes. But if you like the show and you like the character, and I like where it's going, I think I could see this being a thing, and maybe they bring in some other people out of the DC universe to help out with them or whatever. But at this point, it is absolutely fantastic. And I really hope they keep it going. I really do. So give me some likes if you think they should keep Peacemaker going into season 2 and beyond. I think John Cena did a fantastic job playing this role. Really, all the characters ended up coming around. Leota, she had a role. Wasn't sold on the character at first, but she's all right. The guy who plays Vigilante, freaking hilarious. Harcourt's a nice, pH balance to this whole team with her attitude and style. And Economos, he's all right. I think they could do more with Economos. But moving forward, I would love to see more of the scenes with Judo Master and all of these things. The comedic value of the show is on point. I thoroughly enjoy watching it. And I hope you did too. So I'll see you guys on the next video.